The One Piece anime series returns after a long 2-week break, living in the shadow of its 1-hour special which featured Sanji beating the crap out of Luffy and officially declaring that he is leaving the Straw Hat crew. Luffy has made the ultimate declaration that he is going to stay in that spot. He is not going to eat anything unless it is cooked by Sanji. So not only has Luffy brought upon the wrath of Germa 66, but he's also brought upon the wrath of Big Mom, and because he defeated Cracker, she's going to send out a massive enraged army to take down Luffy. And that's not like some sort of like silly little pun or just like sort of a joke on the fact that it's a really pissed off army. That's literally the name of this group of warriors, the Enraged Army, which is made up of the sons and daughters of Big Mom, as well as a ton of those chess soldiers, and they're all going after Luffy in droves as it starts to rain, which creates a lot of great atmosphere, which was arguably, I think, one of my favorite things about this episode right here. The actual weather is a reflection of Big Mom's emotions, and that's because she can control things with the power of Prometheus and Zeus, and all of the citizens realize that shit about to go down, with all of these ominous clouds just coming in, and these massive doors opening up, and you get to see all of these crazy warriors, some of which we have seen before, some of which we haven't even seen in a long time, and a lot of brand new faces, like these giant long-necked warriors, or these giant brutish guys who have these weird bumps on their head, not to mention the return of Bobbins, who has got to be one of the creepiest One Piece characters I've ever seen. I've always thought that he was very unsettling looking, and getting to see him return is certainly going to be one hell of a treat. So basically, this whole episode is sort of like a build-up to the fact that Luffy's about to do battle with an army. And that's going to be really great. I can't wait to see it unfold, and I can't wait to see if Toei Animation is going to crap out on the animation, or if they're going to give us something that's really special. I'm just going to have to wait for that one. But one of my favorite things about this episode is this very small scene we have where Sanji and his family arrive, and they meet Big Mom for the very first time, and they have this really funny little tea party where basically, I'm just assuming we're going to start to get all of these like weird little musical numbers where all of the things that are imbued with Big Mom's soul power are just going to start breaking out into song, because all of like the food and the utensils and even just the containers which hold like the tea and stuff are like singing to the freaking Vinsmoke family and suggesting what they should eat, and it's kind of annoying to all of them, and their deadpan reaction to all of this craziness around them is just hilarious. They don't comment on it too much, and it's probably because they don't want to bring on Big Mom's wrath, which honestly, who can blame them? Big Mom is freaking terrifying. There's a scene in this episode where we get to see more of her children and, you know, continuing to live up to the name of Big Mom, and all of her kids are like really adorable looking, but they're all freaking sociopathic, creepy characters. Like, there are these two brothers who are just big and round and float around on balloons and talk about casually killing their sister. The sister herself is looking for a very sharp knife so that she can actually torture her freaking stuffed animals. It's freaky as crap, and hopefully we'll get to see more of these very disturbing kids later on. I can't wait to see what they're actually going to do, or if they're just here just to freak us out for this one scene. There's this one kid who's riding around on like a half caterpillar, half motorcycle thing, and he looks like an old school 1950s greaser. You can really just sort of tell that this was just like Oda's chance to just like dump all of these crazy character designs on us, and ones that he necessarily didn't have plans for, but this would be the perfect opportunity to show them to us. And visually speaking, it looks really freaking awesome. That combined with all of the bouncy animation, the super bright colors, and the hilarious musical sequences make this a pretty solid addition to the One Piece episode series, which is why we're going to go ahead and move into the rundown of this week's episode. I was expecting this episode to be just a complete bore, but I really loved the build-up of seeing this army going after Luffy. I love the weird little detail that the rain itself is actually not rain, it's syrup, and since it is considered food, Luffy has actually decided that he's not going to eat it. That is so freaking crazy for Luffy to deny food this long, and he's doing it all because he's just standing his ground, and he knows that eventually Sanji will return, but we'll get to see how far his hard-headedness is going to go when he has to go up against an entire freaking army. As someone who reads the manga, I do know what's going to happen. What I will say is there are going to be a lot of pleasant surprises as this arc is going on. Truly, you can just feel the entire despair of Luffy and Nami as this episode is going on, and the build-up to that combined with the atmosphere of of the rain finally starting really just made this one elevate just a little bit more. Not to mention we had all those great scenes with Big Mom, her family, the Vinsmokes coming into town. Everything just worked. And if anything, if you just wanted to see a gigantic cute cat who is eating the syrup falling from the sky, then you're going to like this episode too. Does anybody else want a giant carriage cat like the ones that the Vinsmoke family uses to carry them around? That's so awesome. So this was a fun and very pleasant episode of One Piece with a lot of great build-up and a lot of really funny scenes. I especially just love Sanji's like weird reactions to seeing all of the food that's alive on his table and his brothers casually eating the pancakes as they're like screaming in joy as they're being eaten. It's some funny freaking stuff. I really like it. So check out this week's episode of One Piece. It's not perfect, but it's still pretty entertaining, and it has a lot of great visuals and some really creative character design. Not to mention, Luffy's about to go to war with an entire army, so that's pretty exciting. I'm giving this one right here a 4 out of 5. You guys heard my thoughts about this episode. I want to hear yours. You can tell me in the comments section below, and make sure to subscribe to the channel for all things One Piece and anime related. And if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. I'll see you guys next time. And as always, stay down there, baby.